Okay, YouTube. If you have a Honda GL1500 and you're looking into installing a aftermarket radio to replace the factory unit, this video might help you incorporate the steering wheel controls or the handlebar controls into your Amazon Apple CarPlay radio. So I just finished up all the wiring. I made a bezel. I'm just going to use this probably temporarily until I can maybe order one if they make one the same shape, but I just used an interlocking floor tile. It's not tile, it's made of plastic or rubber. It's very stiff material. And I just cut out the shape and got it in there. This radio you can buy off Amazon. I believe it was about $100. It does Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, all that stuff. I got my speaker up here, although it's probably not going to work great when you're on the highway, but so hold on a second, let me show you the wiring here. So to install it from underneath, you can see that there's enough room to fit it because it's not very deep. Okay, so I made these brackets here for the radio. You can adjust it up and down, one on each side. And for the wiring, I didn't cut out the factory plugs. The factory plug is still there to plug in the old radio if you have to. But the most important part is if you want to keep your volume controls. So this radio allows you to add one control, only one control. I have the paperwork somewhere, but so the first wire is the yellow and red underneath, and the second wire is actually a black and red, which is just to the right of that blue wire. So those two wires are actually for your tune / tape controls up and down. So I had to wire in the 2 channel wires for the radio. All I did was I just cut the insulation off and soldered. This way it has a good connection. And after you do that, the only extra wire you have to add is you have to get this ground wire. That green and black wire there, that wire has to be grounded. That's the ground wire for your steering wheel controls. And without the factory radio plugged in, it's not grounded. So you have to add a ground onto it. Okay, so that's this white wire. I have it connected into the green and black. And then I have it connected back into the ground wire for the radio. Okay, so once you do that, then I can show you once you turn the key on. So the radio will power on. Okay. Sorry, the light's right above. Okay, so let me turn the volume off here so I don't get any copyright infringement. So I have to go to the main menu, which is up here. I have to go to Setup. And once you're in Setup, sorry, I'm trying to get this damn light out of here. Once you're in Setup, you got to click the steering wheel because it's meant to. So now this I have it set up already. You can see volume up and volume down. Okay, so the way you set this up after you finish wiring it is you have to press either direction that you want to start with. So if you press down, if I press down, you'll see on the screen here, this pops up. So it's reading a voltage coming back from the switch. Okay, so I just let go of it and you can see it stopped. Now I'll go up direction and you'll see it change. Okay, so it's already wired, so you can see that the radio is picking up the volume right now. So it is working with the aftermarket radio. Okay, now if you buy a radio that has more than one channel in it, you can actually wire in for mute and some other things if you want to. But this radio I picked up only does one channel. Okay, so, and what you do with this one is you hold down the button to set it, and then you just click on what function you want it to do. Okay, so if I go up and then I hold this button down and then hit the check mark, it will save it, and it will, and that will be the function for what you've chosen. And then after that, it's pretty simple. So I hope this has helped somebody. If I know this radio isn't waterproof, so I do have a plastic cover coming in for it, so I can see the radio underneath it. But I need this cover because otherwise, if water hits it, it could damage the radio. But I hope this has helped somebody who was planning on updating the radio, because these radios were a bit troublesome, the factory ones. So thank you for watching. Take care.